Yo, what's up? Top of the morning, or good night, depends on where you at. And if it's good night, and I hope you had a productive day before you lay down. But where I'm at, the sun is shining, so it's morning. Man, good morning. You know, I hope you're getting ready to start a productive day. And if nobody ever told you, um, you beautiful. You know, I ain't about to break out in a song and sing that song, "You Beautiful," but sometimes it's good to know that not enough people, tell each other, you're beautiful. I can't advocate telling another man he's beautiful unless I'm trying to be funny or you know cynical in some kind of way. But to all our sisters, mothers and daughters, you beautiful. If nobody ever told you. But the topic of this stream right here is, fellas, do we need to protect our women? I feel like this is a topic that a lot of people run away from, you know. Well, I'm just speaking in terms of, I feel like this is a topic that needs to be addressed. We had a lot of people who seem like they hate women or something, you know. A lot of men that seem like they hate women for some reason. And, I understand why. Why some men kind of, you know, are women haters or feel like, you know, feel some kind of way about them because, you know, well, let me put it like this. Everybody have their reasons uh, why they feel the way they feel. Depending on their situation. Who they've dealt with or the mate they chose. To reproduce with. It can leave hard feelings. It can lead to petty situations, and sometimes it's a hard pill to swallow when dealing with each other. And don't get me wrong, it's vice versa. Hey, you got some dirty, 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 dirty petty women out here. Ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. And like I said, vice versa, man. You got some real grimy men out here also. I can say to myself, I'm not the pettiest and I'm not the grimiest guy out here. All I can say is I try, um, especially when it comes to my sister and my daughter, my mama. You know, I'm gonna protect them. And that's a matter of fact. Um, to the best of my ability, I'm doing it. And I feel like that's how every man should feel. You know, you you have to protect your family, man. You have to, even if you see them, doing things that you don't like, you got to protect your family, man. You obligated to, man. As a man, you have to protect, your circle, your environment. That's a must. You know, I ain't sitting here commanding you. You need to, you know, protect your woman. But I'm saying you should want to protect, that precious jewel, the precious jewelry of your family, man. Because without them, it wouldn't be no us. And I want to say something also. Something that I was involved in a little chat of, someone asked, man. Well, I actually put up a post, and this is something that's always talked about anyway. Um, the old discussion: who came first, man or woman, and that's a given. I mean, depends on your standpoint and spirituality or religion. It's a given to who came first. But along with that conversation is what's that question that people say all the time about the woman? The question of the man and the woman who came first. But the question is, who carries the seed? Who carries the egg? the man or the woman. And to that question, a lot of people have different responses. And I'm just like everybody else. I learn daily, but when it comes to me and learning, I always like different point of views from different people to see what they think or what they say about who cares to see, you know, um, me personally, I know, and I feel like the woman carries the seed. The woman carries the egg. The I guess you could say the egg of life or the womb. She's the womb. That's the cradle of life. It's simple if you really think about it. She carries the cradle of life. She is the essence of that which holds life. And that's a beautiful thing in itself. If you really sit down and think about it, you came from that cradle of life, man. I advise some people to sit down and really think about that. Now wait a minute before anybody gets mad about my statement. That's my personal opinion about it, and you're entitled to your opinion. You know what they say. Opinions are just like assholes. Everybody has one, and that's a fact. But you know, excuse my hyper expression because that's all it is, a hyper expression. And sometimes, words can mean different things depending on what it is. But that's between you. If you want to do the research to look up the Latinized version of those type, expressions, hyper expressions. But yeah, the women carries the egg. So man copy. He will copy, when he has sex or assimilate, skeet his sperm, he's creating a copy of himself onto that, that egg, that cradle of life. And that's the best way I can explain it. That's the simplest way I can explain it. Man, he, copies himself, just like you making a copy in a computer system. You making a digital copy of yourself. A man makes a spiritual copy or a mental copy or astro projects on a different realm a copy of himself onto your cradle, your cradle of life, your essence that you carry within you. So, man and woman, they need each other, to keep the cycle of life going, just to keep things flowing, you know. And I know some people get mad about that, but that's my personal opinion until proven, otherwise, to the truth revealed. But, don't get mad about what I stated. Like I said, everybody has their own opinions of, that subject. But, that's my opinion of that subject. And I feel like that's the truth. Just like anybody else feels what they say, is the truth. And like I said, that's just what it is, man. But that's not the topic of my discussion. Like I said, I just wanted to kind of give you a rundown of, my view on that, when it comes to terms of man, protecting, your woman, your wife, your lady, your old lady, your sister, your daughter. You have to, preserve them, protect them, because think about it as like I said, a diamond or this polished up jewel. You want to protect this jewel, man. You polish it, you wipe it off, you wipe it down. What I'm saying. the older boosie, wipe me down on my own, You want to keep it, shining and pretty, man. You want that thing to be lustrous. That means shining, with a glow, you know, rare or something that's rare, man, a rarity. You want to keep that going and and to keep that, valuable, you keep protection. I don't get it. Like, yeah, that's a great concept. Everything that we like and admire and we want to last, we always put protection on it. We always use protection. There ain't no way around it. You put a protection plan on it. You put a protective covering on it. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, this stuff's simple. It's simplicity. What I'm talking about, and everybody who hear what I'm talking about, they understand what simplicity is. Like, I get it. Some people, they're gonna be mad, because it's a strange world out here. But that's how way I can put it. It's a strange world out here, and everybody like their own personal way of thinking. Everybody likes their own personal view, and everybody wants to be heard. And I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. I see that's what's going on, so I adapt. I adapt. You know, and I listen to other people's personal views, and sometimes I like to hear other people's personal views because it's can be very interesting all the time. Some of it can be humorous, some of it can be sad, some of it's mad, some of it makes you angry, some of it kind of make you happy. You're like, wow, this person here, man, this is a good dude. And then other times you're like, this person here, man, he funny as, oh, get out. Shut the door. You a hoot, you know what I'm saying? I like that, man. But one of the things I learned growing up, man, in Montgomery, Alabama. That's where I'm from. That's my hometown. That's my city. And people maybe know me there. Some people probably don't know me there. But you probably didn't see my face, because at some point I was a wild dude. And some point after that I come all the way down. At some point after that, I did some radical things. At some point out of that, I'm a very rememberable type person, man. But that's just a little bit about me. Like I said, I'm from the South. I'm from the country. I'm from the Gump. That's what we call it, which I don't think a lot of people know it's even called the Gump anymore. But a lot of people do know it's called the Gump. But it depends on probably your favorite rapper. Just to be honest about it, it depends on the publicity of whatever you saw that made you think of the city. Montgomery, how they like to say it, but it's the Gump. And it's called the Gump for a reason, because it's like the gutter or the slums, but the city itself is beautiful, man. And I love the fresh air there. When I go there, it's like, whoo, like a burst of refreshing hit me in, smack me in the face, man. Like eating Orbit gum or something. You dirty mouth, clean it up type stuff. But, I love the city, man. Just the smell of it. But, yeah. Just like anywhere else, any city you go to or state you go to, is you always have your problems there, Ain't no end enough buts about it. It's everywhere you go. It's always gonna be problems. So don't just think that, one city is worse than another, because it's always the people. There's always the people there, and that's not limited to only one city or one hood you claim that, oh, your hood banging, or however you want to put it or claim it. It's always the people, and it's a lot of us everywhere. So it's always depending on the people, man. The state of that city or the mind frame of the people in that city. That's just what it is. And growing up in my city, I seen a lot of different things, man, and been in a lot of different situations. And I'm gonna share experience, with me in my city, Montgomery, Alabama, and dealing with a woman. And it's a situation I tried my best to avoid. But anyway, long story short, and a short story being told, I'm in my city, and this year I can't really remember what year it was, but I would say somewhere between 2005, me going through a little spiritual walk or spiritual change in my own lane, mind frame, revitalized, reiterated myself. Like I said, I can't really remember what year it was, but something between that time and 2013, I had old buddy of mine, he came over to the house. My Grammy house, my nanny. He came to the house, he came over to chill, however you want to, put it. If you don't like my grandma, my country grandma, but he came over to the house, and we decided to do something like a little house party. It was his idea, and I was listening, and I'm thinking to myself, the only thing that popped up in my mind is kid and play, like the movies, house party. So I'm thinking about, I said, okay, man, that's cool. Let's do it, And he be like, yeah, I'm going to invite the chicks over. I'm going to invite the girls over. I know a couple of girls, man. They like the party. They can come over, But they came over, and it was vibing, cool. We chilling, we talking, we having fun. And one thing led to another. Nothing sexual. Because I know some people, that's the first thought that came to their mind. It's too early if you have your mind in the gutter, man. Get out the gutter. Too early, depends on where you're at. You might just be getting ready to go to sleep and knock one off, but whatever. Like I said, it's too early for all that. Yeah, well, I'm standing at, it's 10 in the morning. Or it might be just the right time, wherever you at. But, like I was saying, we vibing, and a situation happened. And a lot of arguing started back and forth, in my grandmammy house, my nanny house. I didn't tell her about the situation, but I had to handle the situation. So anyway, yeah, it's a lot of arguing stopped. So me being like, hey, ain't nobody finna, disrespect, my grandma's house like this. My nanny house, it's time to go. It's time for everybody to pack it up. This party is over. I'm done. We're done here. Let's pack this thing up, guys, fellas. Let's move it out. Exit stage right. Hit the door. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. You know how they say it. That's that. I don't know if anybody ever heard that before, but that's one of them things I heard growing up. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you. Hey, but yeah, I had to clear it out. So, while I'm clearing it out, buddy of mine, can't call no name, and one of the females that he invited, they got into an argument, and I told him get out my nanny house. So they went outside, and they talking, they fussing, they loud, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And I'm like, hey man, why y'all arguing like that? It's not that serious. Like, what y'all doing? What are you doing? Hey, what are you doing? And all of a sudden, I can't really remember how it happened because we was sipping. And back then, I probably was sipping either some Thunderbird or some E&J. At that time, E&J, whatever. E&J and Coke at that time. But yeah. Or I might not have been sipping at all. Honestly, that was going through my spiritual walk, so I probably wasn't sipping nothing at all. Honestly, yeah, I wasn't sipping anything. I was just chilling, just vibing. But anyway, the altercation happened. So my buddy, my homie, my pal, my dude, and then my hood, he him and this girl, they they started, back and forth, throwing bows. And I'm like, whoa, man. You know, in my mind, you know, you don't hit women. You don't put your hand on them like that. You know, you can't hit a woman as you will hit a man because you know men are naturally stronger than women anyway. So you don't ball your 5 fingers with your 4 fingers and your thumb up and put effort to swing or take a jab or punch at a woman. That's at least that's my that's how I feel. That's my philosophy. You got some men out here feel different. Clearly, they feel like if you hit me like if a woman hit me like a man, and I'm gonna throw one back at her just like a man. That's how some people feel. But that's not how I feel. I at least have some type of restraint of like dealing with, woman or the female counterpart or putting my hand on her. Like come on, man. I even seen a post yesterday where somebody said if your woman acting up, you should spank her. Okay, you go head on now with your Billy Bad ass. Go ahead and spank that woman. Let's see what happens. I think she'll be more assaulted of you spanking her versus putting your hand on. You can just spank her, so now you made her feel like she's a little girl. I think women, they don't want to feel like little girls, but hey, that's a whole nother subject right there. But don't spank that woman, Harpo. Don't you spank that woman. Yeah. Somebody let me know how that turns out when you spank a woman. But hey, I know that it has happened. Somebody out there somewhere has been spanked. And I'm not condoning it, and I'm not even agreeing or, disagreeing with that. I'm just stating that, hey, somebody out there has been spanked. that's a story. And that's vice versa, both ways. A woman out here and spanked the man, and it's a man out here and spanked the woman. That's just the tippy top about that situation right there. But I'm gonna give you a couple statistics, man. Well, I'm gonna share with you a statistic. It says 1 in 3 women and 1 in 4 men have experienced some form of physical violence by an intimate partner. That's a statistic fact for you. But just had to share that. But let me back to my story before let me get too far away from it. So the buddy of mine and the girl, they are exchanging blows. And me being the guy I am, long story short, I jump in the middle of it. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, stop, trying to break up the fight, break up the exchange of hands, And lo and behold, I get hit. And in the midst of me getting hit, I realized because, like I said, at that point of myself, I feel like I'm a spiritual awakened being or self-awareness. I knew exactly where the blows were coming from. And from the position of my body and the between my homie in the car and his height, her height, I knew this girl hit me in top of this girl pumpkin head me. This girl Donkey Kong me in top of my head. 3 to 4 times. And I'm saying to myself, or my eyes closed, because I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what this hit me in top of my head. Not once as a mistake. But you ain't no way you manually hitting somebody in the top of their head 2 to 4 times, and it was an automatic mistake, like you some kind of robot that you already cranked that thing up and then that's you're not a AK-47. You're not a rifle. You're like, come on, you can't cock one in and three hits on top of my head. Like, come on, man. So, I realized, like I said, I got hit in the top of my head. And I'm tripping because I can't believe this girl that I'm trying to help protect hit me in the top of my head 3 to 4 times. I ain't learned my lesson then, but I kind of know now when it comes to certain situations like that. But anyway, long story short, I said, wait a minute, so I'm mad. Everybody knows my temper back then. Everybody know when I blow up and act a fool, that's the only way I can put it, spread out. But, I stood my head up and I said, wait a minute. I said, hey man, bag up at that time. Hey, you chill. Looking at her, hey, you chill. I'm like, why you hit me on top of my head? I don't care, nigga. This is what the girl said. I don't care. I don't care about it, all that. And I said, hold up. I'm trying to break this thing up. Y'all at my Grammy house, my nanny house, and y'all are doing all this. Y'all are causing this crazy problem. So I'm about to clear everybody out. I want everybody to leave. I don't care about none of that. Da 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 da. So she stands up and she started to swing at me again. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, hey, I'm just trying to calm you down. I'm like, hey, calm down. I'm being smooth. I'm being polite. I'm being nice. I'm not yelling at her. I just simply say, hey man, hey, girl, calm down. Let's diffuse the situation because we out here acting a fool and we outside and people watching. Let's calm this on down. Let's calm the situation down. And so she goes, I don't care about none of that. Da 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 da, ba 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 ba. I'm finna get this crumb. I'm like, okay, let's calm down. So I'm stepping towards her to calm her down. Hands up, hey, calm down. He shouldn't have hit you like that. He was wrong like that. That's my homeboy, but I broke the situation up. And I'm not mad that you just Donkey Kong me on top of my head 3 to 4 times. I'm not mad about it. I just want y'all to leave. I want y'all to leave, And here she goes. She swings again. I'm like, what the frick up? Is this girl going crazy? I guess she was like a bull and seeing red or deer in the headlights or whatever was going on. So, to me, I said, oh, okay, I'm not finna close fist hit no woman. I'm not finna do it, man. I'm not gonna do it. So she swings, I dodge, like veer to the right a little, like one of those boxing, hit my stance, hit that guard, and I scoop up under her and I grab him. I grab around her chest area, bear hug. If any people don't know what's going on. So once he swung on me like that twice, like I said, I wrapped her up. I put it in bear hug. So I'm like, oh, wait a minute. I might be getting ahead of myself a little bit. The first time she swung on me, I took off my belt. So while she swung on me, I took my belt off and I spanked him. No, all jokes aside, and my homeboy who had was there, and her other 2-3 friends, they saw it too. I pulled that belt out so quick, like pulling it tiny, blah 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 blah. That's like I spanked her up like maybe 1 or 2, 3 times, and that last hit, like pow, she kind of fell over. And she's mad. She's furious. She can't believe I pulled my belt out and spanked it. And I said, look, I'm trying to calm down the situation. Chill. Be easy. Oh, she furious. She real mad. So I said, man, look, I said, look, just leave, go. I don't know what's going on, what I'm saying, what the problem is. I ain't do nothing to you. So, she comes in for again. And like I said, back to what I was saying, that's when I veered left or right, went up on her, put it in a bear hug, and I said, look, I'm tired of playing with you. I'm not going to keep playing with you. So I squeeze her like an orange, squeeze as hard as I can. Because I said, look, I'm not putting my hand on you, and I try to take all the breath out of her body because I knew how to do it. Like I said, I'm from the country where we eat cornbread and collard greens, mustard greens, that get that good old soul food, that good nourishment to make you strong down there in the South. But I squeezed her. And so When I squeezed her, she's still up there, she's squirming and she thinks she tried to headbutt me. So when she did that, like I said, I squeezed her and picked her up in there. And once she tried to headbutt me, what else she did? Oh, I opened my arms and let go. Boom, she hit the ground. I said, I told you to leave me alone. Stop playing with me. Girl, I am not trying to fight you. I'm trying to calm the situation down. At that time, she was mad because she realized she was a little girl, within my arms, And I'm glad she realized that, because I want, well, let's get something straight right now. Women, there's not too many of you all who are capable of overpowering a man. And I really think that some women think that they are actually stronger than men, but you are not. You can be quicker than men. Like, it even been cases where at a young age, some women are kind of stronger than men, but I don't know what it is, but some,